Hi and welcome to Very Good Questions about Van Gogh. Today I'm asking the question, why did Van Gogh copy the work of other artists? He copied from Rembrandt, Millet, Delacroix, and even Hiroshige. I will admit to a sense of disappointment when I first learnt that he copied others. This is my error arising from my ignorance. I have since learnt that copying was a trusted way for Vincent to learn from those whom he admired. On the 19th of September 1889, he wrote to his brother Theo, "I want to learn, even if copying is the old system. That doesn't worry me at all. I'm going to copy The Good Samaritan by Delacroix too." If nothing else, the figures in other people's paintings offered a reasonable substitute for the models he perpetually struggled to fund. Once he was in the asylum at Saint-Remy, models became even harder to find, and so he began copying in earnest. No doubt today he would exploit the endless vaults of Google Images, but in his day, pictures of figures were far less readily available. Van Gogh's copying was never slavish. He always painted in his own unique style. He reasoned that he was behaving just like any musician. They are never criticized for performing a piece which they have not composed themselves. In fact, they are expected to bring something of themselves to the work. He wrote to his brother Theo, "Whenever someone plays Beethoven, they add their own personal interpretation with music, and even more so with singing. The interpretation of a composer is a key factor, and there are no hard and fast rules stating that no one but the composer can play their own compositions." So far so good? Well, for me, especially as I'm not well at the moment, I'm seeking to do something which will console me for my own pleasure. I'm taking a black and white version of a Delacroix or a Millet as my models, and then I'm improvising on them using colour, not giving myself complete freedom, of course, since I try to remember their pictures, and memory gives me a vague recollection of colours which are at least right in feeling, if not completely accurate. That's how I do my interpreting. Loads of people don't copy. Loads of others do. As for myself, I stumbled across it accidentally, and I find that it teaches me things, and above all, at times consoles me. And then my brush between my fingers becomes as a bow on a violin and plays absolutely for my pleasure. Let's take a closer look at his copy of Eugene Delacroix's Good Samaritan. You can see that the two works are like, but not alike. The basic form is the same, albeit inverted. This is because he copied from a black and white lithograph, which was a mirror of the original. Van Gogh's version may be a copy, but the brushstrokes are entirely his own, as is his use of colour and tone. Delacroix painted with strong highlights and deep shadows. Van Gogh chose a much more even light and depicts the drama with bright colours, making particular use of yellow, something I will explore further in another video. Thank you for watching. I hope that this goes some way to explaining why Van Gogh enjoyed copying other artists' work. Please subscribe if you'd like to be alerted to new videos as they arrive. I find Van Gogh endlessly fascinating. If you do too, you might be interested in this book, Vincent van Gogh and the Good Samaritan, The Wounded Painter's Journey. This is available as of November 2021, published by Darton, Longman and Todd.